What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Yours truly, Mr. Handsome Malcolm, aka Malcolm Finance, in the building. And today I want to show you how I've scaled my business from zero all the way to $1,000 per day, every single day, and how you can do the exact same thing. I'm going to give you the framework. I can't give you my exact business because it's my business, but what I can do for you is give you the framework so that you can take the framework and use it as inspiration. Think of me as a basketball coach and you as a basketball player. I'm going to show you how to shoot the basketball. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to win. And then all you have to do is actually go to the park, take the information that I've given you, and actually shoot the basketball yourself, find out what works for you, become an individual in this space, and do everything you need to do, coupled with your inspiration and my information, to maybe make $5,000 a day, maybe make $10,000 a day, right? So hopefully you're inspired. Let's get into my computer and let me show exactly how you can make zero to $1,000 per day with this special business model. Let's go. So, guys, welcome to the training on how to make $1,000 a day. This is the income generation introduction. And what I like to share with you guys is that you can make any amount of money that you want. You can make $1,000 a day. You can make $5,000 a day. It's all possible with what I'm about to teach you. So let's get into the training. I'm going to move pretty quickly, okay? Before I begin, I want to let you know a little bit about me. Over there in the far upper right corner, that's how much money I made yesterday. And I am Malcolm Finance. And that's a name that I chose because I'm very passionate about finance. Finance is something that means a lot to me because when I was growing up, especially in a Caribbean household, I was told that the only way to make money is to work in a hospital, which I do, or to become a lawyer. So I was told this is the only financial training that I ever got. They said to work in a hospital because people will always be sick and you got to be a lawyer. We all know that as we're kids and you're probably like 10 years old, somebody asks you, hey, what do you want to be? And then when you say a doctor, you notice that you get a ooh and a ah. When you say a lawyer, you notice you get a ooh and a ah. And you don't even know what those things mean. But you begin to realize that becoming a lawyer and a doctor is somewhat prestigious. So, but I just want to understand what money means. And that's why I developed this name, Malcolm Finance, because it just helps me teach other people what money means because I didn't understand what money meant. And now I get the opportunity to teach everybody what money means because I think I've conquered it to a certain degree. I'm very financial literate. That's why I call myself a non entrepreneur. I am not an entrepreneur by any stretch of the word. Any stretch of the definition, I am not an entrepreneur. What I am is a business artist. So I'm a very creative individual. And business allows me to feed my creative needs. And that's very important because I hear a lot of people say, oh, you got to make sure that you do something that you love and you'll never work a day in your life. I still have a career that I love and enjoy. And in 2020, I became reconnected with that career due to the pandemic, right? I do work in the healthcare field. I manage nuclear cardiology and nuclear medicine. And I preach that your 9 to 5 should pay your bills and your side hustle should pay your lifestyle. Now, what do I mean by that? Your side hustle should pay your lifestyle. How do you want to live? You can literally increase the way you want to live and live any type of lifestyle that you want to live. If you want to live in a mansion, you can do that with a side hustle. And that's what's so powerful about what I'm about to teach you. Because 9 to 5s, careers, are just generated and orchestrated to only help you cover your monthly bills. So allow it to do what it was meant to do. Allow your 9 to 5 to pay your bills and allow your side hustle, which is what I'm about to teach you right now, to pay your lifestyle. And there's two individuals that I look up to this when it comes to this. Jay-Z, even though he was just a drug dealer, and Shaquille O'Neal, the basketball player. I remember hearing Jay-Z saying that he used the money from selling drugs, which is, trust me, I understand that it's not, amazing or it's not full of integrity, but it's the strategy. He used the money from his drugs that he sold to start a record label company. And that's what you want to do with your job. You want to use your 9 to 5 to start and propel your side hustle. Shaquille O'Neal, He said that he never ever spent any of his excuse me. He said he never ever spent any of his checks that he got from the NBA. He just saved all of them, and he just spent all of his endorsement money. And this is what I do. I live solely from my side hustle money. As you can see up there in the far upper right corner, I made $5,000 yesterday. I live off of that, the profit from that. And all my checks I just save, and I just put them in an investment account, Roth IRA, and I just save because this is personal finance, and that's why I'm so passionate about teaching this. Right? There's a couple things that I do own. I own a software company, I own a watch brand, an education company, and a baby brand. And I created something that I like to call the middle class millionaire, which I believe is the best millionaire going forward in 2020 on. Why? Because the middle class millionaire, which are millennials and Gen Z, we can leverage social media to become a millionaire. How do I know? Because I literally do this. I do this. Like, I have a 9 to 5 and I manage all of these businesses, my software company, my watch brand, my education company, and my baby brand, all from my phone. Because my phone is not the asset. The asset is my mind, right? So let's get into a little bit on how to make $1,000 a day. That was a little bit about me. Now let's get into a lot about you, because this is what this is about, right? Making $1,000 a day is simple, but it's not exactly easy. Now, simple means that the process is very, very simple, but it being easy, the definition of easy is something that you can do. That's what the definition of easy is. You know, definition of hard is something that is very difficult to do. So when something is hard, you still can do it. But this is not exactly easy, but you can do it because it's very simple. So before I go into that, I want to explain exactly where money comes from, because your mindset has to be perfect. And even if your mindset is not perfect, you can still succeed with this, because you have to have drive, you have to have passion, you have to have ambition. So money comes from people. And I preach and teach this inside of my training, where I literally show people exactly everything that I'm teaching you right now, step by step. But money comes from people. That's where money comes from. And that's where it's always come from. But powers that be use words and trickery to get us to believe that money is just this thing in the ear, and we're forever trying to grab onto it, and somehow, some way, we can't attain it. But that's not true. All the money that you are going to make in this world, when you cross over to getting paid for services and products rendered, is going to come from a person or persons. So the more people you reach positively, the more money will flow into your bank account. Now, that's very, very important to understand. Sorry for those typos, but that's very, very important to understand, because your bank account is directly related to how much people you help and how much people you serve, right? Um, that's what you want to stay focused on. And I also teach in my program that teaches you exactly how to do all of this step by step, because this is just an overview, that strangers equal money. When we were younger, we were taught never to talk to strangers, but as you get older, I teach and preach that strangers equals money, right? 99.9% of people think that you can make money, but you cannot make money. Money is made in the Federal Reserve Bank and then pushed into the economy. You have to deserve money. So change your language, change your mentality. This is not about manifesting. This is about understanding where money comes from. It comes from people. So instead of saying, how can I make $1,000? Let's say to ourselves, how can I deserve $1,000? See where I'm going with it? So let's continue. I'm going to show you exactly how to deserve $1,000 a day. So the tools that I use to deserve $1,000 a day are these three tools. The first tool is called AliExpress. Second tool, as you can see on your screen, is called Shopify. And the third tool is called a product that you're passionate about or that people want. So let's go over to the far left, right? AliExpress. AliExpress is a website that has any product in the world at below retail prices. I need you to understand that, right? I don't want to just brush over that. It has any product in the world below retail prices. I'm African American. I come from the minority community, And my education company is called Minority Wealth, where we actually teach minorities how to attain wealth. It's just kind of like what I'm teaching right now. We have this slogan that's on the street that says, I could get it for the low. You know what that means? That means that if something is worth this much money, I could get it for significantly lower. Why? Because I know this person, or, you know, it's like you're boasting. Like, I know where to get it for the low. And when you say that to somebody, that means that they would shop or buy with you because you have an access to a supplier, a connect. I'm using drug terms, but I want you to understand the business aspect of it, right? You can sell anything in the world on this website. Anything in the world from this website. You can find it on this website and you can sell it. That should be powerful. Your mind should be blown. Anything in the world. Think about the last thing that you bought. It came from AliExpress. It came from China. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. And I could get into the world economy, but that would be way too much on this video because a lot of people don't really understand the world economy. You're here to deserve $1,000 a day, right? So all you have to know for the time being is that you can get any product in the world for the low for on AliExpress. The second tool that I use is called Shopify. Now, Shopify is just a tool that I personally like. You can use any tool in the world. I mean, any website creation tool in the world. But the reason why you need Shopify is because people buy from brands. I'm from New York City, and there's this place in Manhattan, in New York called Manhattan. And usually, when you walk on the streets of Manhattan, people sell watches on the street corners. They buy them from AliExpress. They buy them wholesale from AliExpress. And when the shipment comes in, they go on the street corners and they sell. And they're there every day. And they're there every day not because they're not making money. They're there every day because they're making money. You have to understand how business operates. When you see a lot or a repetition of something, that means that the money is being made. So people, they sell their watches for $10, but they can sell their watches, the same watches, those same watches could be in H&M. Those same watches could be in Macy's, and they'll be selling for about $100. Why? Because Macy's and H&M is a brand. And that's what Shopify allows you to do. It allows you to sell the products that you find from AliExpress for more because it positions you as a brand. And us as consumers, we trust brands. We don't walk around and say that, oh, we got what's the owner of Gucci? I forget his name. We don't walk around and say that we got, I forget the name of the owner of Louis Vuitton, but we don't walk around and say we have the owner of Louis Vuitton's name on. We say we have Louis Vuitton on. We don't walk around and say that, oh, I got the owner of Gucci's name on. We walk around and say we have Gucci on. Why? Because those are brands. Those are things that people created and that have served our interests, make us feel cooler, make us feel, more confident, whatever the case may be. Those brands have tapped into our emotions and we buy them. When we buy into them, we not pay their rent, not pay our rent just to wear Gucci and Louis. So that's what a website or website platform like Shopify allows you to do. It allows you to position yourself as a popular brand. So when people go to your website, they want to buy, even if they don't know you. They see like, wow, this is a brand. This looks something similar to Louis and similar to Gucci. So I'm gonna shop from here, right? And then the third tool that I use is, of course, a product that you're passionate about or that people want. If you want to deserve $1,000 a day, people can't just give it to you. There has to be something in between. For money to come into your bank account, there has to be something in between. There has to be a product or a service. Somebody has to do something for you. You have to do something for somebody to deserve $1,000 a day. So a product that has the best quality is your ticket to $1,000 a day. You have to have a product or a service. That's the only way to make money, right? You have to have either a product or a service in between the money that somebody else has that they will give it to you. It has to be a product or a service. So sell something that you're passionate about or that people want. For instance, there's this thing that's going online right now, and I seen it. It's like a viral product, and I seen it on Shade Room a couple of times, and it's kind of like in a romantic industry, and it's like a rose vibrator, I believe it is, And that thing is going crazy. That comes from AliExpress. All of those, all of those products that you see on social media, they come from AliExpress. And that's something that people want because at nighttime they want to feel good. Maybe they might not have a partner and their partner's not fulfilling their needs. They go to that. So that's a product that people want. Or you can sell a product that somebody's passionate about. I have a watch brand. I created the watch brand in AliExpress. I put my own little inspiration and customization on it, and I sell it. And I don't if it sells $1,000 a day or if it sells $5,000 a day, like the screenshot that I showed you, I enjoy it and I love it because that's something that I'm passionate about. So it doesn't feel like work, right? So those are the things that you want to understand and know, right? So everything is done for profit. I say that to say this. Everything is done for profit. So you have to position yourself as a brand that helps your customers' needs, right? Just to repeat myself again, because I want people to understand this, people buy from brands and brands solve customers' problems. The number one fitness industry in the world is Planet Fitness. And Planet Fitness doesn't sell their fitness program to people who are already fit. Their target customers are people who are not fit. They literally serve pizza every first of the month. They don't want you to be fit, but they're solving a problem. People want to feel like they're going to the gym, which is, like they're actively doing something, but they don't want to be too fit. They just want to feel like they're going to the gym and feel like they did something. That's a huge concern for some customers. So they're tapping into that emotion and they solve that problem. Nobody goes to Platinum Fitness to actually get fit. They go to Platinum Fitness to feel like they're getting fit, which is huge. That's why it's the number one company when it comes to fitness because there's more people who are not fit than people who are fit, right? So what you have to do is follow that and come up with a brand story and message and a mission statement because that will prepare you to make sales. Very important. And then finally, this is my favorite part. My favorite part. I don't understand how some people don't love this, but this is the best part of the whole process. Like I told you guys in the beginning, I am an extremely creative person. I love talking to strangers. And this is my favorite part, the marketing. Target customers on social media. Now, this to some people might seem tedious. This to some people might seem a little bit like, oh my God, I got to post on social media. The money doesn't just come in my bank account. No, I love this part. I don't understand how people don't love this part, but I love this part. And after I tell you why, I'm pretty sure you're going to love this part too. Targeting social peer customers on social media is the best part because it's social media. You don't have to talk properly. You don't have to uh you don't have to dress up in a suit and go and sell, knock on doors. You don't have to call anybody on the phone. All you have to do is press buttons on your cell phone. You have to think about that and allow that to register in your mind. I'm approaching 40 and my parents worked very hard. Whenever they wanted to make some extra money, they would have to go and get another job. They would have to leave me with an aunt and pay a babysitter just so I could go and get another job. Just so they could go get another job so they could make more money, so they could pay more bills and they could provide for me. Nowadays, you can literally push buttons on your laptop or your computer and make money. I need you to understand that because I need you to understand that. You don't have to pay for another babysitter. All you have to do is post on social media. And with this strategy, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it so that you can get to your position quicker, right? Deserving $1,000 a day. The reason why posting on social media works is because guess who's on social media? People. People are on social media and people need their problems solved. People. And I read a study recently that said that millennials will pay more money for experiences than they will for products. So through your posts, provide an experience for the customer. Now, what does that mean? If you notice, back in my day, back in my parents' day, I noticed my parents didn't travel that much. They didn't have like a big travel budget. It was like, hey, listen, we'll go to Jamaica every once in a while, do a family reunion here and there. But for the most part, I want to be home. You know why? Because they would pay more for products. but they'll go spend $30,000 on a car. That's how they were consumers. But we who live in this social media consumer age, we rather experiences more. Popping bottles at the club. We rather getting on a flight and traveling so we can put it on our social media and show everybody like, hey, look where we are. We love weddings. The wedding industry has boomed. Why? Because people can put that moment on social media and it skyrocket and make them feel good. That's why wedding photographers have a full-time job now. Like they're overbooked, wedding photographers, because this is the climate of consumers nowadays. So I'm going to tell you exactly where to post on these three platforms. My most favorite is TikTok because TikTok has the most strangers on it, and the most strangers will bring you the most money. So the first one is Facebook groups. And in Facebook group, you can't sell right away. You have to become a part of a community. That's why in the previous slide, I told you to get into something that you're passionate about. That's how you're going to make money with Facebook groups, right? Facebook group, you want to search for Facebook groups. So if I'm selling something, like if I'm selling a watch, I would probably go into men's fashion Facebook groups and then ask questions like, hey, what do you guys think about this watch? Link my website and then tell them, hey, listen, if you guys want, I'm giving away watches for 50% off. All you guys have to do is just write me back and let me know where I can improve my watches because I'm very passionate about men's fashion and I love that. That's what I did to start out when I was selling my watch brand. Um, and it worked out very well. And the second one is TikTok. TikTok is just a little bit of a learning curve, but when it first came on, I loved it because it was organic. I loved everything about it. And you could post something and get a million views. My brands have over a million views, over 2 million views. And that's pretty much how I make sales. People say, hey, listen, I came from TikTok. I give them a discount code and they come in and they buy my products and my services. And that's how I make a lot of money. And all I did was press buttons on the screen. Like you have to understand that. That's awesome. And then finally, Instagram Reels. These are just three ways that you can make money through social media. If you, like I said, if you guys want a step by step, I'm willing to show you guys. All you have to do is just comment below and let me know, or get in contact with me in any way, shape, or form. Alrighty, guys. And then finally, get results through consistency. This has never been an issue for me. Consistency has never been an issue for me because I just love what I do. That's why I don't consider myself an entrepreneur because entrepreneurs, I feel that's a term where you're just looking for the money. You don't care about nobody else. You're just a selfish individual just looking for money. That's it. You don't care about all of how your customers feel. You know, you don't care about any of that. You just want the money. So I get results through consistency, but I do coach students who have difficulty with consistency, and this is the number one way to be consistent. Become comfortable with the fact that you will do this or die trying. To quote the most a famous street poet by the name of 50 Cent, get rich or die trying. Now, what did this mean? This meant that come hell or high water, I'm going to continue or die trying. And that's the mentality that you have to have. You can use the compound effect where you do a little bit a day, or you could go hard every day. Whatever your threshold can bear and whatever you can manage. But I do want to tell you this because as you can see on the screen, I've made on one of my brands over $250,000, $250,000, and another one of my brands, I have over $100,000. And this is what I can tell you: there is no income stream where you don't work. If you're thinking that you're just going to make money and then go sit down somewhere, sip something on the beach and just chill and that's it, the money's just going to come into your bank account every day, you don't have to do any work, then you're fooling yourself and you've been sold a lie, which is true because I bought that lie for a while. But that's why I now transferred it into businesses that I'm passionate about and businesses that I can be creative. I enjoy that aspect of it. That fulfills me. Kind of like an artist who makes a song, kind of like a rapper who makes a song, a basketball player who's not in the NBA, but they go to the park every day to play ball. They just want to go to the park every day to play ball. You have to find that. And when you find that, you'll never ever work. The consistency won't be a problem for you. And I'm being honest with you because I don't want you to think like, oh, you know what? Today I'm gonna plant the seed, and then by the end of the day, it's gonna turn into a tree. Yeah, for sure. I don't want to do that. I want to tell you the truth. So become comfortable with what you can manage. And you do that through becoming a part of a community. So I'm going to link down the Run Up the Check e-commerce community in the description below. And you could tap in there and you could talk to other people. It's very small right now, but I'm trying to grow the community because I am very busy. However, I understand the power of community. So if you want to join me, or if you want to join my mastermind, if you're in New York City, you can come through and we can start this process, and we can literally take you from zero to hero, right? And these are the ways that you can deserve $1,000 a day. Hopefully you guys found a lot of value in that video. I did my best to try to help you understand how to make $1,000 a day. It's very simple, but like I said, it's not easy. So behind me, I have two very important things. Now you probably see the first thing, but you're not gonna really notice the second thing. And this is proof of concept. Behind me, I have a screenshot of my first amount of money that I made online, which was a little bit over $250,000 that I brag and I boast about. Why? Because I never made $250,000 before, and I did this literally with a job, a career, and I did this on this side. So I preach, your 9 to 5 should pay your bills, and your side hustle should pay your lifestyle. There's also something in your field of view that you probably want to look at, right? And it's talking about that product that everybody can sell. That's dope. And it's this. This light right here is actually something that I did sell online, and I made a lot of money with this. Why? Because it's unique. It's literally a light, and it changes colors. Let me show you. And I got it all from AliExpress. It changes colors. Look. With this right here. And these are the type of products that you want to sell. This product is just super duper dope. It was like fancy, it's nice, I like it, and I bought it for myself. And I said, since you know what, since I bought it for myself, if I thought it was cool, there's probably people out there like me who also think it's cool. So I decided to buy it. So this is an example of a product that you could sell. I got it for like $50 and I sold it for like $300. That's a big profit margin. So that's kind of the example that you want to go off if you don't have a product that you don't know what to sell, right? But like I said, become excited about all this, become passionate about all this, and yeah, let's make that money, man. That's what it's all about. And it's also about being creative and becoming a better individual. The only reason why I make $1,000 a day and not $10,000 a day is because I don't like to deal with a lot of customers. So if you make $1,000 a day, that's just enough customers for me to deal with. Usually when you deal with like $5,000 a day and above, you start to deal with a lot of customers. So you have your choices. Hopefully you guys choose wisely. Take care. Malcolm Finance. Later.
If you consider yourself a man of status, everywhere you go, people appreciate and respect you, then 8012 Watch is the watch for you. Be your best self. Don't ever listen to the haters. And become the best version of you. Shop 8012 today.